People deluded. The black Lucas Torreira of this YouTube stuff. I'm back again, man. I'm on you lot like a rash, but football doesn't sleep, so to a degree I can't. I need to give you lot whatever's been happening. Now, admittedly, people, it's not the most eye-catching of things, but Ben Whittlesworth, a former Arsenal scout, has left Arsenal to join Wolverhampton Rovers. You can go on his LinkedIn account. I think the official new role he will get at Wolverhampton is European scout. What that entails, I don't know, because without looking at the job title, that would entail to me you're either in charge of scouting opposition in Europe. Wolves aren't in the Europa League space unless they're eyeing that. They're not in the Europa League to be eyeing up opposition. The most obvious one would be to scout European-based players, which you could understand because you see what Wolves are doing with players that they're signing some good players all from around Europe, and they're here to do serious business in the Premier League. So yeah, obviously he's a scout that I don't want to say he gets praised for Mahrez and Kante and stuff, because there's obviously Steve Walsh and there's other people that were around it, but he was part of that to a degree. So you can see how his expertise was here. He was formerly of Leicester. He was at Arsenal for around 2 years or so. He was a video scout, I believe, at Arsenal, so opposition analysis, trying to find trends between oppositions, probably videos on players and stuff like that. And his departure is sad for me, because on one hand, you want to see, like, he's clearly a man that's skilled with expertise. You want to see all of these sort of people stay within the club. But on the other hand, when you consider Unai Emery is very much data-driven, brought a lot of his people in, a lot of his data people in, you can see how Ben Whittlesworth was moved on. Why he was actually moved on or was asked to, or thought to leave, I don't know. Was it a change in scouting strategy? Was it a change in his title, in that he would still be a trusted member, but Unai Emery's men is taking over? He didn't leave as soon as Unai Emery took over, so clearly there was some use for him, and there was some, you could see how good he was. But maybe this Wolves opportunity was just too good for him to turn down. I mean, yeah. My geography is not too good as well, and I don't know if he's actually from the Midlands sort of region, but I'm sure Wolves and Leicester, they're obviously far, but they're not too far. Maybe he's moved back up there for family, personal reasons. I don't know. I don't know. All I can do is thank him for the work he's done at Arsenal. He was known as a trusted member of Arsenal's video team. You know, Wenger's big on that. But yeah, like, for me, just, are we changing how we're scouting, our approach, the direction? We just deem that his expertise isn't needed at the club anymore. I'm not too sure, but we also need to remember Unai Emery brought in his own man in Victor Manas, who's a data/video scout and things like that. And I actually would have thought, obviously, there was a false narrative with Wenger that, and even people like me admittedly fell for it, in the sense of they're not really trying to push the norms, or they're not really analysing data. On the contrary, Arsenal's been a very analytical club. So if Unai Emery's come in to do that, and he's arguably more analytical than we could have ever been, you would think there would be more positions, or there might be more of a role for Ben, but it's deemed whatever in it. Maybe Unai Emery wanted him to stay, but again, he couldn't turn down this decision. I don't know. I'm neither Ben nor Unai, sorry, nor am I connected with Arsenal apart from being a fan in any sort of way. But yeah, man, thank you for the work you've done at Arsenal. Wish you all the best at Wolves. So yeah, I mean, yeah, there's nothing more to say. Like, just there's no need for me to be here any longer. Like, good luck at Wolves. Join the fantastic club with an exciting project, and if that's what you want to be a part of as well, then I can't fault you, because you've been at Leicester, Premier League winners. You've been at Arsenal. It's Arsenal, one of the biggest clubs in the world and in England. Obviously not the biggest people. And he's at an exciting project with Wolves, in that they want to establish themselves. I'm sure them Wolves owners and people connected with the club, it's a long way away to a degree, but I'm sure they're targeting champs and Europa League spots or something like that. Of course, the main objective probably is to stay in the league this season. Obviously not just aim for beating relegation, because they can actually, if they carry on, they could probably get a top 10 finish, or just in and amongst that sort of region. But you get the point. So there's nothing more to say on that front. All I can do is say thank you, people, for watching and tuning in. Guys, deluded, I'm out.